Well, the UK government will again put pressure on reducing bonuses when it meets bosses from Britain's four biggest banks. Business Secretary Vince Cable will be joined by Chancellor George Osborne as they seek real restraint over payouts. Cable is threatening more measures. The coalition government has kept the top 50% income tax rate and is adding a £2.5 billion levy next month on bank balance sheets. The country's financial services regulator on Friday approved rules restricting guaranteed bonuses and upfront cash payments for certain investment banking activities.
We will be meeting them and we will be discussing the bonus issue as well as the lending issue as well as disclosure. There's a wide range of issues. We've met them several times already, and I think it's fair to say that the bankers do understand the seriousness of the problem. They've come forward with initiatives already to try, they've put more money into equity funding for medium-sized companies. They've suggested a new bankers' code. They do understand that something has to happen. We can't go through the winter season of bonuses without real restraint and social responsibility.
Well, our Poppy Trowbridge is all over the bonus issue. She joins me now. Poppy, tell us a little bit more about these new rules, how they work.
Well, the key change is this figure 20%. The UK's financial regulator, the FSA, has said that only 20% of a banker's bonus, any banker that works in this country, can be taken home in cash. Now, if you're a banker used to getting the whole thing in cash in one go, that big whack of cash, taking home just a fifth of that makes for a really big change, especially just ahead of Christmas.
Now, the UK government is meeting bosses from Britain's four biggest banks. What are they aiming to achieve there?
Well, the business secretary and the chancellor will meet with the heads from these big banks. You can imagine the politicians will be trying to convince the bankers to pay themselves a bit less and lend a little more. The bankers will say, if we pay ourselves less, it's going to hurt competition. It's going to hurt the way we can compete, not only amongst ourselves, but with banks from other countries. Now, if you want to get a sense of the mood of what this meeting might be like, listen to another comment from Vince Cable in that interview he did this weekend. He's really talking tough.
We are continuing to talk to them, make it absolutely clear that they have a responsibility to the rest of society. And that's why we took a very robust position in the coalition agreements. If they don't behave, if they don't take account of their wider responsibilities, the government has as a possibility some form of taxation, various ways of doing this, but we'd rather they accepted that they had wider obligations to British business and to the public.
Tough job, that, Poppy, convincing bankers to pay themselves less. How badly is competition going to be affected?
It is an issue. This banking pay story is actually an issue of competitiveness. And interestingly, RBS, which hasn't paid any cash bonuses, they're government-owned and they're in quite a bit of trouble for it, they are arguing for a $50,000 cap on a bonus, which is actually quite a small bonus. But they're saying they have already seen their bankers leave. They've already been defecting. So they've been losing their best talent. So this is an illustration of how competitiveness could be affected if that is multiplied throughout all the banks in the UK.